The Bosch GTS 10XC is an extremely powerful multifunctional table saw. Its large capacity, precision and portability make it an ideal choice for the professional tradesman. The fully enclosed base is lightweight yet very strong. The total weight of the saw is 35 kilos. And integral carrying handles on either side of the tabletop make it easy to move around. The front controls are totally protected by the overhang of the tabletop and base. You can use it on any convenient table or bench, but there are a couple of dedicated stand options available. For more static use, the GTA 600 stand provides a stable and rigid base ideal for the workshop. For greater portability, it will also fit the GTA 60W stand, and this can be collapsed down in a single movement with the saw still attached and can then be quickly wheeled to the workplace. The large diameter pneumatic wheels can cope with any of the rough or uneven surfaces that you're likely to find on site. The extra large cast aluminium tabletop provides plenty of accurate support for the workpiece, but for larger sheet materials it can be expanded out to the right very quickly and easily, and this gives you a maximum rip capacity of 635mm to the right of the blade and 250mm to the left. For longer work, a rear table extension can be pulled out to give a further 390mm of support. The rip fence is particularly large and rigid, and for accuracy uses the square lock system, which automatically aligns the fence true to the blade. The V-block locking mechanism is strong but easy to operate with one hand, and secures the fence at the back as well as the front. The flat section of the fence means you can fit your own wooden sub-fences or jigs if required. For narrow ripping cuts or bevel cuts, the supplementary spacer attaches to the rip fence with 3 wing nuts. A magnifying cursor on the fence allows you to set the ripping width precisely, and the multiple scales work either to the left or right of the blade and with the extension open or closed. For straight crosscuts or miters, the GTS 10XC has an integrated sliding table to the left of the blade. Used in conjunction with a miter guide, this allows for smooth and precise cutting of the workpiece and is particularly useful for repetition cuts. The capacity of this sliding table is 350mm, so you can accurately crosscut wide boards. The miter guide can also be used on its own for angled and straight cuts, and it will fit to either side of the blade. It runs in a T-shaped slot and has a long slide bar for extra stability. Adjustable stops are provided at 45 degrees and 0 degrees, but it will adjust up to 60 degrees either way. The blade diameter is 254mm, and the one supplied with the saw has 24 teeth, making it ideal for ripping and general purpose cuts. For finer work, there's a good range of other blades available to suit a variety of materials. For instance, the 72 tooth blade will produce clean cuts on laminate and veneered boards. And a useful storage box is attached to the base under the table, so you can always keep your spare blades handy. A spring-loaded spindle lock makes it very quick and easy to change the blades over. For safety, the clear crown guard keeps the blade visible even during the cut, and this guard removes easily for transport. As the saw is designed for professional use, the motor is an extremely powerful 2100 watts with a blade speed of 3200 RPM. The maximum depth capacity is 79mm at 0 degrees and 56mm at 45 degrees, so it will happily cut heavy construction timbers as well as lighter panel materials. It has constant electronics, which ensure the motor doesn't bog down and lose rev on really heavy cuts. The soft start feature means the saw kicks into life gently and reduces the risk of blowing the fuse, which can sometimes happen with a high startup current of some other saws. An internal overload protects the saw from overheating if you do try and work it too hard. The saw is available in 2 voltages, either 240 volt for workshop use or 110 for site use. All the controls are on the front of the saw, with the on-off switch being large and accessible. The flip down front protects against accidental starting, but it means you can still switch off easily, even with your knee if your hands are full. Another good safety feature is the internal brake, which brings the motor to a halt very quickly when you switch off. The rise and fall handwheel for the blade operates smoothly and allows you to quickly set the required cutting depth, or drop the blade below the table for safe transport. For bevel cuts, you can tilt the blade up to 47 degrees to the left and even 1 degree to the right, and it locks positively at the required angle with this lever here. You can make complicated compound cuts by combining bevel and mitre angles. If you do need to carry the saw about, a neat feature is that the rip fence, the mitre guide, the crown guard and the auxiliary rip fence all remove easily and fix securely under the table, and cable management hooks secure that out of the way as well. Dust extraction is very important on a circular saw. The GTS 10XC is well equipped with a large outlet and a reducing adapter permanently attached to the blade shroud, so it's very easy to connect to an extractor or a workshop vacuum. So whatever your sawing needs, be it in the workshop or on a site, the GTS 10XC offers an extremely powerful multifunctional solution. Register the tool online within 4 weeks of your purchase to increase the warranty to 3 years. And then why not join the Bosch online Bob community to get help and feedback from other professional users. And while you're online, visit the Bosch Professional Facebook page. Click on the Build It with Bosch icon and watch Bosch professional tools being used to make a variety of useful projects, for which you can also download the plans and the material lists. The Bosch GTS 10XC.